LY4 does get his signature hero. Nonetheless, we still have to see this game unfold. It's Team Malaysia versus Singapore. If I may say so, by the way, the Luo Yi also is a little bit of a question mark. Maybe less than the Sylvana, but I still don't think it's 100%. Like, she's still growing, she's still developing.
Yep, and actually for Team Singapore, we could see on their lineup, they are heavily depending on the physical damage here. Same goes with Malaysia though. Although for a Kaja pick, I guess for Team Singapore, they need to be mindful of those heroes that they need to get for them to be able to pull off this Kaja pick, because we could see the Kaja on the top lane. Most probably an offlane here for Team Singapore. And speaking of which, for Team Malaysia, they are very aggressive on the top lane, because there is going to be the first blood here for OZORAVEKI of Team Malaysia.
Oh, it's OZORAVEKI on the Luo Yi. I didn't notice. All right, cool. So his Lunox got banned out. So this is what you get. Oh, the vacuum! Oh, that's what Mangino was talking about earlier. You see that, Chantel?
Yep, that is the vacuum we are talking about. The damage is there, the crowd control is there for this Luo Yi of Team Malaysia, and there goes another aggressiveness coming in from Team Malaysia onto this game, but there is the flicker out. So a nice flicker there for Team Singapore, but we could already see the damage considering that Ling is not part of that initiation play coming in from Team Malaysia.
Yeah. Oh, I just noticed, by the way, doing great is Malaysia here earlier on. Not able to capitalize, though, so much, especially after that first blood on Jason. It's actually now ARTZ on the Tams and XORN on the Cho. So, man, oh, nice collapse on to the top lane here. Down goes Sana. Is there anything that XORN can't play? He's just all over the map now. He's just every single role.
Yep, is actually the perfect epitome of being a versatile player for Team Malaysia now. Any role, any hero could be played. So far for Team Singapore though, they are behind in terms of gold, so they need to be kind of wary on how to catch up here against Team Malaysia. Again, the damage for Louis is a very massive or disastrous for Team Singapore onto this game. For Team Malaysia, it's a good performance coming in from them. They have FEEKZ again on the sling. They also have Kufra on their lineup. Same with game number 1. But again, we have the aggressiveness here on the side lanes. Oh my god, it's going to be a Tempest of Blades, but a kill for XORN of Team Malaysia.
Oh, XORN going in once more, picking a fight with Koopa, and they go ahead for the disengage. Not much of a conversion here for Team Malaysia, but again, a kill is a kill, and it's going where it matters. FEEKZ gets that one. Yeah, I'm impressed because OZORAVEKI here on the Luo Yi, his stock is mostly on his skills, not the ult, not the last skill. It's mostly on the vacuum and the burst. So again, such a threat here is the Luo Yi for Team Singapore. Now I gotta ask you, Chantel, as this turtle is being taken by Team Malaysia, what can Singapore do? What's their win condition now?
Actually, if the squad gets fat for this game, that's gonna be the win condition here for Team Singapore. If it's not gonna take the goal that he needs, it's really difficult for them to counter out this Team Malaysia, because so far for their lineup, it's more on the single targeting. We could see LY4 killing this Luo Yi onto this game, although out of position is KZP, although there is the flicker. Secure the kill is ARTZ on his Sams onto this river side of this game. So far for Team Malaysia, the backup is there, the synchronization of skills is there, so which is very good for this one. Although in terms of gold, we could see a 2.5k gold actually for FEEKZ, not a big difference from this squad, actually, I mean Ling. But then again, that is going to be another kill for FEEKZ with a 202 KDA for his Ling.
Oh, now they got another target in Sana. Down goes the chicken man. FEEKZ gets the kill onto the Kaja. Just kill after kill. If there's something that I can say about Team Malaysia to work on is their conversion rate. But again, they're taking it slow. They'll do what they can on the map after their kills. And now look at this. 4 caught out by the Rage. And they let go. I'm sorry, the Revenge. The Rage has not popped there. And XORN, he pushes the turret. He goes for the fight against Jason. Flicker out. Here's Rumpel to finish the job, but it's not going to be enough. Wow. To think that XORN was able to destroy that turret in the face of 2 heroes.
and actually dealing damage against this PNK if there is the Koopa together with the Kaja. Although for Team Malaysia, have you seen earlier the damage here being brought by Luo Yi? That was just a vacuum, but the damage is there. The burst damage was there, and it is very evident on the health bars of this player here coming from Team Singapore. 3k gold, so it's not really there's no really gap for Team Singapore's the hyper carries together with Team Malaysia. It's just that in terms of rotation, we could see Malaysia continuously getting that objectives against Team Singapore. So that is one big of a problem for Team Singapore if they do not go for an engagement or a counterplay here against Team Malaysia.
I got two problems here. One for each side, but again, we'll talk about it after this fight. It's just waiting to happen. Sana with the pull onto RUMPEL. RUMPEL flickering out, and that is going to be a disengage. Team Malaysia here, FEEKZ on that killing spree. I think it's a good pickup because killing spree, whenever you go for a kill, you recover an amount of your health after the kill. And there you go, they take down Sync. They're able to be a little more sour underneath the turret. And now they're gonna try to pick a fight. Oh, did he steal the buff? Yes, he did! FEEKZ stole the buff. He didn't even need to use Retribution.
Yep, but that was a sneaky play coming in from FEEKZ actually on his Ling. 402 for the KDA, so that is a bit difficult for Team Singapore to counter out that one. For Team Malaysia though, we could see first tier turret being destroyed on the top lane of Team Singapore, and the score is 7-1. Just like with what we've said earlier, it is a really nice adapt here coming in from Team Malaysia. We have the Benja spell being popped by ARTZ, but he is down against the actually 5 players of Team Singapore. While that is happening, we could see the Cho actually clearing a minion wave against Team Singapore.
Yep, XORN just doing his job quietly, man. He's just going at it, and there's no one there to make him answer for his actions. Not even Jason with his Popol and Koopa. So now we see possibly the last turtle happening at early seconds. So far, let's talk about the odd heroes, or at least the new additions to the meta that's making their showings here. Chantel, how do you feel about the Sylvana on Sync?
Actually, we don't see the Sylvana getting in action for this match. This is what I'm looking forward onto this game number 2. I guess in terms of gold, yes, the Claude and the Ling is in par for this one, although they need the Sylvana for the team fight because this is the only hero for Team Singapore who has the AOE crowd control. Unlike for this Jawhead and this Gaja only on the single targeting. So I guess for this Team Singapore to go full-fledged on the team fight, they need a Sylvana on that. But here's the engagement, guys. Turtle has been taken here by Team Malaysia. Oh my god, what a blazing do it out. But again, it's going to be a counter kill here for Team Singapore against Team Malaysia. Running out of life is this players are disengaging. For the team fight is this Team Singapore. But man, we can see here for Team Malaysia, they are down by 1 player, but the aggressiveness is still on their side.
Yep, no one can stop him. There you go, RUMPEL with the jump in. There you go, blasting them is OZORAVEKI from behind. RUMPEL may have bit too much, more than he can chew, definitely, just like XORN earlier on. But they're just smarter here. They disengage. They have to be because they lost out in the turtle pit. I mean, sure, FEEKZ got the turtle, but they lost XORN in the process. And LY4 able to get away just barely. 2-0-1 is his record, and so far, I think it's in this game, Chantel, that we can rely on their winning image from game 1. Extend the game, make it last until LY4 is just online, ready to go, able to delete people.
Yep, actually with that slide of a bit of an item check here, we could see actually this Claude is on top of gold against this Ling of Team Malaysia. So just like what I've said earlier, they only need Sync for this I guess 4-mana, 3-mana ultimate confirm is Sylvana, and that's a really good play for Team Singapore. All they need to do is actually put up an initiation play for this Claude, because the Claude is more on the AOE damage here for Team Singapore. Although again, here's gonna be another team fight. Immortality has been popped by for KZP, and he's gonna be killed by Team Malaysia. Although the fight is not over, Team Malaysia getting the turret against Team Singapore. We have the necklace of the Rams for OZORAVEKI on his Luo Yi.
Yep, and that's all they wanted. They were just making the fight last long enough before it went sour for them to take that bottom lane turret, and I'll take that as a win for Malaysia. But just the same, a win for Singapore as well, because again, LY4 did not die. So every moment that 4 is alive and they are not losing, this is going to be a win. Now the pull out to OZORAVEKI, deleting him off the map.
Oh my
Jason
God.
taken down. LY4 gonna follow through. FEEKZ gets the kill. Up next is going to be FEEKZ. Oh, down goes FEEKZ. They're trading left and right. Sync gets the kill. It's a 3-for-2 currently. Sana and Sync left here on the map. SNS. Don't mess with us. Rumpel barely alive. Bouncing ball just with enough damage reduction to survive underneath the turret. Now Sync chased in by Zorn, but Zorn cannot put in the finishing touch. Sana chasing him with the Ring of Order. There's the flicker, and that's going to be a disengage by both teams. Very messy, but all for that mid lane turret before the base.
You can see the discipline here actually coming in from Team Malaysia, because they have the option to kill Sync, but they went for the turret push for that middle lane turret against Team Singapore. So that is one thing to be considered for Team Singapore. They need to protect as much as possible the Claude, because at the time when the Claude was being picked up, there is no support here around to protect that one, and we have Rumpel. We have to commend Rumpel on that nice Tyrant's Rage actually to get that Claude with the first death actually out of this game. We have the first Lord for this one being started here by Team Malaysia against Team Singapore. Maybe it's gonna be a bait, or they're waiting for the Lord enhanced on the 12-minute mark. This game for Team Singapore, though, they are really behind in terms of objective. You can see Team Malaysia's turrets here not be actually flawless for this game number 2. And here comes the engagement coming in from Team Singapore. We have Vengeance Spell coming in from this Tams, and a kill for FEEKZ onto his lane. Another one is down. KZP is down. And just like what I've said earlier, this is the Lord enhanced. Possibly for Team Malaysia, or surely for Team Malaysia, they will get this objective.
Oh, that pickoff on Sana and KZP was the beginning of the end. Look at Zorn up top. He's just pushing the lane in, and for them to take that 2-for-none kill, he didn't even need to be there. Now in comes the backup. OZORAVEKI here to help his brother out, and Zorn here, very much not afraid. He has so many ways to escape, even from a Popolin Koopa. And ARTZ putting in the finishing touch on the Lord. I believe it's going to be marching down mid, if I'm not mistaken. There's the Tempest of Blades by FEEKZ. KZP flickering out, but 4 gets the kill onto Rumpel. So that's -1 for Team Malaysia.
Actually, that's a good pick-up play coming in from Team Singapore, knowing that Team Malaysia went for the team fight. Although for Team Malaysia, there is the Lord onto the middle lane of Team Singapore. We can see right now for Team Singapore, the damage is there. Although yet for the crowd control, they are a bit low on that factor for this one. Lord on the middle lane. Oh my God, fits on the Tempest of Blades. KZP on that Immortality, and Lord has been defended here. Although the vacuum of this Lu Yi is really a damage here for Team Malaysia.
Now, let's see. A little bit of silver lining for Singapore. They are not penetrated just yet, and I believe that they made easy work of that Lord. So they're still in this. For sure, they're still in this.
Yep, they're really still on this. Anyway, for this squad, it's gonna be the Queen Swings for his item. So it's really gonna be long game for Team Singapore if they really want to win this game. We saw earlier that Rumpel went in for the dive, but there's the counter initiation play coming in from Team Singapore. So all they need to do is to counter everything that comes from Team Malaysia to win this fight. We have LY4 getting buff or orange buff for this one, and the score is 6-13. For Team Malaysia, they need to pick up at least one hero for them to dive in, because the majority of their heroes is more on the melee type. So they can't really go for tower lock for this one. But here comes the Daisy Duet coming in from LY4. Although Sword is still alive, Rumpel on the sidelines though. We have one man down for the both teams. ARTZ is on the front line for Team Malaysia.
Hey, check out Rumpel's record. It's 0-1-11, but he fell there. I think we'll take that, especially for a trade for their core on the other side. That's 4 now. Look at this. FEEKZ jumping in. that was a good team fight for Malaysia to take. I think they won that one out, but nonetheless, Singapore here, they need to hold on. They should not leave their base. I think it's not time just yet. Now Sync getting in the damage, still looking for that moment for him. Now ARTZ goes in underneath. There is no Contra Inferno to pop. Sync goes down. He does get his ult in, and there you go, tossing ARTZ underneath the turret. Down goes KZP, popping the immortality. He should get out of here. ARTZ as well hopping out. They do get the turret penetrated in mid. Team Malaysia can breathe for a little here and start pushing elsewhere.
Yep, actually for Team Malaysia though, they need to be kind of mindful here for the damage being brought by Team Singapore, because we could really see the criticals coming in from this squad or LY4, specifically on the placing do it earlier against XORN and FEEKZ. Although he was killed, but imagine if there was no backup coming in from Team Malaysia, it was literally gonna be a disastrous gameplay or a play for Team Malaysia on that one. And speaking of which, good thing for Team Malaysia, they destroyed an inhibitor third ear against Team Singapore. Although we have two players wearing or building that necklace of Durance to counter out ARTZ, which is one of the frontliners here for Team Malaysia.
Lord resurrecting soon.
Now this is smart for Singapore. They should all stick together. But in all honesty, I think their kind of lineup is the one that should be skirmishing. They should be going for the 2v2s, 2v3s, even those solo ganks. But it's tough. I mean, especially if you're on the defensive, this is the best idea here, is to stay with each other. Now they catch out ARTZ, does not go for the full combo. He goes for the bite. And again, all this is smoke and mirrors, distracting them from the true threat that is the Lord that they're taking. And I think they still have it. FEEKZ is gonna jump in. KZP threatening it.
Oh my god! Here comes Ejector plus the Unstoppable Force. Although we could see Sana being taken down here by XORN onto his show. Under the one Sync getting a kill, but here comes another team fight coming on for this. Both teams Sync on that ultimate of LY4 on the back lane. Steps of Blades coming in from FEEKZ. Jason is almost out of life, but LY4, oh my god, Kitty fails on that series of events. Another shutdown, guys. And ARTZ is the last man standing for Team Malaysia, and a wipeout actually for Team Singapore. Oh my.
That was so messy. Team Singapore played that so well. They kited everyone left on Team Malaysia's side. And I think it was such a great decision to take down OZORAVEKI first. When I saw OZORAVEKI die, I was thinking, oh no, that's literally maybe only second to the worst target for Malaysia to have gone down first, maybe after FEEKZ. But nonetheless, because of that, Singapore is able to clutch a Lord right here. It's a Luminous Lord, and it's going to be marching down. Actually, it's a crapshoot. It could go anywhere because they haven't pushed any lanes.
Yep. And actually for this one, for Team Malaysia, that's what we are saying earlier, mentioning earlier, is that they are more on the skill-dependent kind of heroes. They have the Ling and even Kufra onto this game. If they don't easily get, or they don't take down the squad as early as possible, whenever there is a team fight, it will be really difficult for them because there is a free hit for the squad. And we saw that earlier on, that beautiful wipeout coming in from Team Singapore. We could see middle lane, a first tier turret here down for Team Singapore, and possible another turret on the top lane and even the bottom lane here of Team Malaysia.
Wow, conversion rate through the roof. A wipeout resulting in what? Countless number of turrets, possibly another kill here onto OZORAVEKI. Pops the Winter Truncheon, has the immortality, gonna use that up to RUMPEL, using his ult on nothing. I saw that. Now down goes the Luo Yi. ARTZ is gonna follow up, but he's gonna get the hell out of dodge. Down goes another. It's FEEKZ, ladies and gentlemen, and they're trading out for Sana, but that's just one in favor of two here. Team Singapore, they're feeling it. Victory is just a few inches away, and they get it. Team Singapore evens it out with Malaysia 1-1 in this series. We